All right. Welcome back to another episode of Fan Therapy TV, Fan Therapy, episode 45. Back with another episode about college football. We're talking college football. I got your analyst with you, the Fan Therapy analyst. He is the high school tennis captain, a leader of men, Eagles super fan. He is 2-0 in NFC championships. He's a Pac-12 truther, 16 playoff enthusiast. And most importantly, well, not most importantly, but importantly to me, he is our Fan Therapy college football analyst, Tyler. How we doing, bro? Oh my goodness, wait. Somehow this happens at the beginning whenever I intro you. It like, one second. Now talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited to talking ball again, but a little disappointed after this weekend's Oregon loss. But
Sorry.
I believe them to bounce back. But yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about. Some crazy news happened this week. One of the biggest news I think's ever hit mid-season of college football. But excited.
Absolutely. You said it. You said it. We can get right into it. I appreciate you leading us in, James Franklin. What I call him earlier? John Franklin.
John. Yeah.
Call him John out before we started. I call him John Franklin by accident. James Franklin. Got to put respect on that man's name. He stabilized Penn State. I know they didn't reach what they wanted to reach, but they have decided to part ways with James Franklin. They're going to be paying that. Whatever ends up being, it should be 50. I think there's some clauses that may come in to make it less, but
yeah.
There's a hefty buyout, as often come with these college coach firings, and this is a big coach leaving a big university. Initial reaction to this one, Tyler?
I was shocked they did it mid-season. I really was shocked that they made the move mid-season. I expected more of a Penn State and James Franklin have mutually agreed to part ways at the end of the season kind of thing. Them just to straight up fire him and tell him to get out of the building. That was very unexpected, especially for that school.
Yeah.
Because they definitely seem like they're the school that hold themselves in high regards of their treatment of their players and their coaches post.
Sure.
But, they fired him. Gone.
That's so crazy.
Hired him after Northwestern. It took Northwestern to break the mountain.
I mean, like, you gotta. I mean, they were heading obviously, and not the direction they wanted to be, obviously. And I think they had some things to play for, and then it all kind of just really just came crashing down. 3 losses in a row. You can only really take 1 or 2 generally, but the losses they took were just.
Just UCLA Northwestern is that's bad, and you have Indiana and Ohio State and Nebraska on your schedule coming up, so it's like they're looking at a 7-loss season, 6-7-loss season, which is so crazy to think about. That our first episode we talked about them as national championship favorites.
Absolutely. Do you think they made the season this early? Does that like help them with transfer portal in any way? Like. Does that give them an effort to retain guys, or like?
It's actually kind of hurting them.
That's what I was thinking.
I think their biggest. They had a 5-star running back that was supposed to come to Penn State. I believe he just decommitted, and he was supposed to be like their Saquon 2.0.
Right.
So he decommitted. A few other guys decommitted. But like you get recruited not by the head coach, you get recruited by the position coach and the coordinators and the other parts of the staff that are still going to be there. Probably like if you're a new head coach coming in, I don't think you're getting rid of Jim Knowles. So like I think they're going to keep Jim Knowles. Well, the school's going to have to keep him. Also, I bet he's got a buyout because he's the highest paid coordinator in the country.
Right.
But I mean, OC he can count his days. I mean, looking at their offensive stats, it's like. There's no reason Drew Aller should be a leading rusher against a UCLA team.
Could they just make Jim Knowles the coach?
They could. I mean, they could.
Because wasn't he like highly touted from? I know like as a defensive coordinator, right? That's why they wanted him from Ohio State. But I mean, a defensive coordinator at that level, I mean, he probably is capable and has plans at some point to do so. Do you think that is even a look?
He's kind of old, I'm pretty sure, though.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, The thing with like college football is, yeah, he is old. He's 60. I don't think he's. I don't think he's. But it's so crazy that he just left. He left Ohio State just for.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to make up for it somewhere. They're taking all these L's. Like, somebody's got to step up.
Their new quarterback, Grunkmeyer, didn't even look good. Because he came in for a little bit. Because Aller's out for the season now.
I actually didn't even know that.
He's out for the season.
Gotcha.
He's going to draft.
One of those.
Yeah. He's out for the season.
Respect it.
He probably should have gone to the draft last year. He would have been great on the Giants.
That's what the Browns said they were going to take him at 2.
Yeah, because I mean, again, this is the thing with Drew Aller is he is every GM's most ideal quarterback. He is 6'5" and can throw the ball a country mile.
Right.
But the problem is he sucks. You know, his fatal flaw is that he's just not good.
I haven't heard good things, and I haven't seen a crazy lot, but I haven't seen too much good yet.
But that's at the same time, you have to think like, is his lack of production him thing or Penn State thing?
Yeah.
Did James Franklin have the training wheels on him too long? Should him and Eddie Kolmecki been like, okay, screw it, we're gonna throw the ball downfield. Like we've got Kyron Hudson, we've got Ross, we've got Pena. Let's just throw it downfield and see what happens. We'll never know though. Now will we? Because
that could have been the play for next game, but they don't get a chance to try it. Oh man, that's crazy. So James Franklin gone. Do you see him? Do you see his name popping back up? Any? Probably not anytime soon. But do you see his name popping back up at all?
Part of his buyout deal is that he has to get a job in order to get his buyout money. So he has to be rehired
in the media,
either
right? or
either
as a
in
coach?
the media or as a coach.
Oh, I thought it was just in the media. Okay.
And Penn State will cover the difference of his salary between his $8 million a year they owe him and what the other school's paying him.
Gotcha.
The thing with James Franklin is he's turned around. He completely resurrected this Penn State program from the ashes that it was in with the whole. Yeah. So he's got that on his resume. He's also got his experience at Vanderbilt. He got a pretty solid Vanderbilt team. He built a pretty good Vanderbilt team. Yeah. So he can recruit. So really, he could go to one of these. I think for him, the best path forward would be one of these elite group of 5 teams that's probably going to lose their coach.
Yeah.
Or a lower Power 5 conference team, like in the Big 12 or the ACC, where he can just sit there and he can just stack talent, and he can go out and he have a 10-win season, and the fans are celebrating it.
Gotcha.
Like I look at a USF, I look at maybe Arizona State may have to replace their coach. Maybe Iowa State has to replace their coach. Couple places where these coaches might get real big time jobs, and maybe that's where he fits in. But I
texted you the Iowa State coach looked ready to leave his team that day. I texted you in Colorado. Yeah. He looked ready.
Yeah, well, dude, that was bad. That no PI call was the crazy. That was like nickel Roby Coleman. He just tackled him in the end zone, and his guy came in and picked it off. I was like, I was sitting there like, oh, PI, and they're like, we're picking up the flag. I'm like, okay.
He was pissed. I do remember that. That could. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I was. My jaw was on the floor. I could not believe
he was begging someone to come talk to him.
But yeah, again, I think James Franklin is a good coach. I just don't think he was the right coach to get this program to where the fans expect it to be.
Yeah. Which is a national championship. I think, which is there's so much. There's only so much room for that. So
correct.
He can do as amazing job as he wants.
UCLA and Northwestern.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he did go pretty far past that, but yeah. That's all right. Well, Penn State. I think we talked a bit. Any other coaches that you want to put in there that might be looking? We can talk about Matt. Did you want to talk about Matt Rule at all?
Well, so this is the fun part about this Penn State job, though. Yeah. This is probably one of Alabama. The Alabama opening 2 years ago was the biggest job opening, But to me, this is the most interesting one because Pennsylvania is a hotbed for some reason, NFL coaches. They're all either from Ohio or Western PA. Kurt Cinetti, Matt Rule are both. Kurt Cinetti's from Pittsburgh, so he's 2 hours away from Happy Valley.
Yeah.
Matt Rule played on the Penn State football team.
Went to Penn State.
So, like, if they're like looking like if I'm and the current AD of Penn State is the former AD of Notre Dame. So, Marcus Freeman, Matt Rule, and Kurt Cinetti are going to have the worst press conferences for the next 3 months because they're going to be like, well, did they call you yet?
Yeah, right. They're going to be Marcus Freeman would be a wild one. I wasn't thinking about him.
The only reason that he would make the jump is because of resources. Notre Dame's not going to give you the resources Penn State is. Penn State's going to give you a war chest. But the funny part is if Marcus Freeman goes, they just hired a guy whose biggest win is against their own program.
Gotcha. Right.
Because that's the biggest win for Marcus Freeman is literally that game. And so it's like you're hiring a guy whose biggest game is beating you, but you can't beat anybody. So
right, exactly. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even thinking about that name.
Yeah, whatever coach gets I mean, the other ones like Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State, but I don't see them hiring a guy on the West Coast like that, like Jed Fish from Washington. But I think Jed Fish is pretty much going to go to UCLA.
Okay.
The big dark horse one, I think, is Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri. I really think that could be a dark horse guy. Fun ones that everyone keeps talking about, Urban Meyer.
Yeah. That would be insane. They can't do that.
If you're the Penn State AD, you have to make the call, right?
To Urban?
You got to make the call to everybody.
What if that just goes? I feel like they're going to do something safer.
I don't think so. I think they're at a point where, in the transfer portal era, you're at a point where you either go get a group of 5 coach and he brings his entire team.
Yeah.
Like a Cignetti, or you go spend $15 million and you get Matt Rule to come coach at Penn State, or you spend $15 million and you get Urban Meyer, who's won a national championship, to come win at Penn State and get revenge against Ohio State if he feels the need to get revenge against them.
I'm actually very, very interested. I think Matt Rule would be my choice, honestly, if I was Penn State.
I don't know if he's going to leave though, because if you're Matt Rule, you're building something at Nebraska. You got the number 1 quarterback in the country to go to Nebraska.
He leave? He go to Penn State.
But the thing is Penn State calls and you're Matt Rule, and they say, we'll give you $15 million a year to come coach Penn State, plus this is our war chest we can give you to go do what you need to do. He turns around. He looks at the Nebraska AD. They're going to look at that and be like, yeah, we can give that to you tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Because it's still Nebraska. Their alumni base is – those boosters, they want football back. They want football back in Nebraska. They want the Cornhuskers right back at the top where they used to be, and I think they'll do anything and everything to get there. Cignetti, I don't think Cignetti's leaving. He's too old. I think he's.
Yeah, I didn't seem too convinced by those arguments for him.
But he's got to be your first call. Cignetti, I think, has to be your first call. And when he says no, you call him a second time and make sure that first time you called, he actually meant to say no.
Always.
And then you call him a third time just to make sure that he really doesn't want this job.
Man,
and then once you hire your guy, you then call Cignetti again, saying hey,
just before he signs.
Second. Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, Cignetti really building something crazy there. I think he might want to even stay at where he's at with what he's built there.
He definitely should stay there because again, he's got the same thing with Matt Rule. Penn State says, "Hey, we can give you this. We can give you this much money to go spend in the portal to go get recruits, whatever." He can look at Indiana and be like, that's chump change. We'll triple them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that fan base, again, they've never really been in football school, but their basketball team has been mid for the last few years, even though it's supposed to not be. The last thing they've had is Victor Oladipo.
And they pay a lot of money for basketball, too.
Yeah. So, what's it to another What's another $100 million to Indiana? Probably nothing, which is crazy to think about.
That's so funny. Makes sense. That's the day and age you're in, and you started talking about it, so we can keep talking on this Coach Carousel turn. Are there any jobs out there any other openings that may happen? I know Florida's not looking great in their record. Auburn maybe brought up. Yeah, any jobs you want to talk about that could be available soon?
Arkansas, UCLA, Penn State are all the big ones available right now. Auburn, I believe either they're close to firing Hugh Freeze. Oh, they did fire Hugh Freeze. I lied. They fired him 2 days ago.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so Hugh
gosh,
Freeze
I did
gone.
not.
Yeah.
Hugh
Yeah,
got
so-
fired.
Yeah, he's bad. He was bad. Bad.
I just remembered his name when he got hired, so I'd always remember.
Yeah, so I guess so Auburn, Arkansas, UCLA, Penn State are like the big ones right now. Auburn, I really like. For Auburn, I like them to go get one of these bigger Power 5 guys like John Summerall or John Summerall or
I'm
GJ
not familiar with
Kinney.
him.
So the Tulane
Where are
and the
they
Texas
at?
State coach. So John Summerall is at Tulane, and then
Okay.
GJ Kinney's at Texas State. But Justin, you would actually know who GJ Kinney is? He played on the Eagles.
Oh, I see now that I see the last name now that I see how the last name's spelled. Yep.
Yeah, he played on the Eagles.
That's really cool. Oh my gosh, good for him.
So he's
36
really
years old.
killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what is this job again we're talking about? We're talking about
Auburn.
Auburn, yes.
Right, because like you're not they haven't been able to really capitalize on some of the talent they've been able to get. And I think committing to younger coach and really fully committing to like a rebuild and it giving him the correct resources, kind of like what Indiana did with Signetti when he went and got him out of JMU. I think that could be the same thing, but except he's just like super young and really only has 2 years of experience at Texas State, but he's 31-15, 2-0 in bowl games. He was insanely good at Incarnate Ward in 2022. He played in the pros.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, really do. Texas State's offense has been really good. They have been okay this year, 3-3, but I think that could be a good hire. I think Alex Golish of USF.
Yeah, that is the name I know. Yep.
Yeah, if Bill Napier, if he gets fired at Florida, I think it's pretty much Alex Golish's job to lose.
Okay.
Because he can just bring the whole South Florida team right into Gainesville, and he knows how to recruit the Panhandle. Because the thing is, like, recruiting is different across the country, right? Like, it's different to recruit a kid from New Jersey as Florida as Texas. So, like, getting a guy that has experience recruiting in that area. UCLA job, Jed Fish from Washington. I think that would be a good stay on the West Coast. I think UCLA is a bigger job than Washington at this point because, again, I think people are underrating how good a UCLA job is because, again, like, it's easy to get kids to go to UCLA.
Yeah.
Like, you want to live in LA and play football.
Yeah.
It's like, come
Absolutely.
on. Yeah. And like the NIL opportunity out there is insane. Like you could walk on the street and get a Gatorade commercial.
Oof. So how long? One name that you brought up, Billy Napier in that Florida job. How long has he been there for?
Not long.
Yeah.
But I don't know I know his buyout is not right, and that's the reason he hasn't been let go of. He's been there since 2022. So
yeah,
it's
2022
his third year,
gotcha.
or fourth year technically.
Right.
Obviously, former Alabama, LSU.
Yeah, he was part of the safety.
Yeah, so I don't.
I thought he was newer, honestly, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think Billy Napier is all that crazy good for them. But again, the thing with like they've already done what I said, where they went and they got a highly touted Group of 5 coach in Billy Napier, and he stunk. So maybe Florida opens up their thing. But the fun part is like when these guys, like some of these Power 5 guys we're talking about, when they leave, like who's going to replace them? That's like the thing. And like thinking of like other coordinators across the country, like Will Stein at Oregon, people like him a lot. The offensive coordinator. Maybe where's Bill Belichick fit?
That's Bill O'Brien absolutely. We didn't even talk about that. There's no way Bill's coaching next year. It's impossible.
No. I think it was a fun idea to garner some excitement around that program, and now I should put the UNC job up there, right? Like at this point, it's going to be open. Yeah. That's a job for James Franklin to come in. That's a good job for James Franklin because they have resources. He can go in, he can clean it up, and he can do what he needs to do and leave.
Absolutely. ACC's not too crazy.
No. I mean, like
Dabo, did Clemson turn around yet? I actually did not see what they did last week.
I mean, the only job Dabo's leaving for is Bama. That's really it. That's the only job I could see him leaving for.
Makes sense.
Or maybe Georgia, but like he's got no ties to Georgia. Bama, maybe Texas. No, definitely not Texas.
How many more years like this would they have to have for them
to call for his head? One. College fan bases are crazy. Oof. Dude, they ran James Franklin out of town after one mid-season.
I honestly was even expecting to maybe get another shot at it.
Yeah,
I know there was a lot of talk about how much money they put into this year, so that's what made me think, okay, like maybe they'll fire him.
Yeah,
but like, geez, he really like turned that into like they were at their fall, like what they're talking about now looks like they were really at. And then he got it back up to this, and then it's like, wow. But I mean, that last hurdle, there's only so many things you could do.
Yeah, like
he did lose more games than that. But go ahead.
But the other thing is like Penn State right now, they're going over they're excuse me.
It's okay.
The universities just underwent a massive multi-$100 million project to redo Beaver Stadium. So not only are they committing money to the team, they're committing money to like to the team, and like they're building new facilities and like. Yeah. So again, like is Penn State's war chest gonna be comparable to another school because of these other things?
Right, they're building this. So why not keep that's what I feel like all the things are pointing towards that they should have just kept it. Like
they should have ran it back with Franklin and got a new offensive coordinator. But I don't think that would have satisfied the fans. The fans want a big name. They wanted someone on the chopping block, which is fair. You can't lose to Northwestern.
No, I get it. Yeah. Those losses.
You can lay a duck at UCLA home against Northwestern. You cannot lose the football game by 1 point. So now they're going to get Eli Drinkwitz or Matt Campbell, and they're going to be sad when Matt Rule says no. Because he's going to say no.
He probably will say no, honestly, the more I think about it. Do you know who's stepping up as their interim? And
it's like a random assistant. At college, like the interim coaches are like, it's not like the NFL where it's like, it's more like an Antonio Pierce situation where he got promoted for like the Raiders.
Gotcha.
There's a name, Chip Kelly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the ones that I was thinking about. I'm like, how much would they have to give Chip Kelly to leave the Raiders? OC, give him the head coaching job.
At Penn State?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the other call I think you have to make is Lincoln Riley.
Man, he probably loves SC, but yeah, that's
there's no
bigger job, but there's not too many big coaches to call, and Lincoln Riley will.
Yeah, there's obviously no love lost with him. He'll have Oklahoma in a jiffy to go to USC.
Yeah, I feel like that move was like really in tune with like the era. I think.
Yeah,
and I think like very too with like, all right, like transfer portal's coming, and like I do feel like that was a smart move, but there's They're standing at 501. Okay.
Who?
USC.
USC's good. USC's really
Yeah.
good. Like they're sneaky. They could sneak into the playoff. Like good.
Gotcha.
Like if they
I
beat
thought they were
Notre Dame
like
this weekend.
middle of the row. Gotcha.
No, they're good. Their quarterback is good. Jordan Mailata. Or I don't think this Jordan. Some Mailata. I know his last name is Mailata.
I've heard the
Good.
last name. Yeah.
Good. Solid player.
But,
There's some good wide receivers too. Yeah. Like legit like NFL dudes. But again, like you tell Lincoln Riley, you don't have to do anything with the defense. It recruits itself. Jim Knowles. We every year we're going to put out a defense that is top 10 in the country, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. It just naturally happens. All you have to do is go to fly to the West Coast and get some skill position players to come to Happy Valley.
Right. It's literally it. It's not that hard. I say not that hard. It's not that hard in reference to what other schools have to do.
Yeah, and then the other call you can make is Lane Kiffin. Like, how bad do you want to be at Ole Miss? How bad do you have to be in Saban's shadow? How bad do you want to be in Kirby Smart? Like, do you want to leave those shadows?
Saban's shadow is so funny.
Dude, Saban is the only coach in the SEC that doesn't wake up with nightmares of. Actually, no. Kirby only beat him once, and it was a national championship. But like, other than that, they still stuck in their minds. Lane can't win a big one. You want to go not win a big one at Penn State? Like.
That's what I'm saying. So they hire him, and like he's a good recruiter, but like James is like as good as it gets. So like what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Lincoln Riley would be interesting.
In the end, I don't like the firing, but I guess if they hire somebody crazy, it'll probably make me like it more. But
I feel like they should just wait until the end of the season.
Right.
I think they should just. That way, you can kind
of forcing a Matt Rule or something like a link. Could they even do that? Just get him to go mid-season?
No, they can't. They can't get him to. They can't hire him mid-season, but they can make an agreement with him.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right? They can say like Marcus Freeman's agreed to the Penn State job. Will leave Notre Dame at the end of the season, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, Matt Rule's got to be your first. Well, Cignetti's got to be your first, second, third, and fourth call. Then you call Matt Rule about 4 times, and while you're doing that, you kind of just maybe text Lincoln Riley.
I think
double check that Kirby Smart's satisfied at Georgia.
I really do think Matt Rule's the guy they should really go. I have a good feeling about that one.
He is
in college. He's sound. He got all the political experience. He went up there, got his politics experience in the NFL, came back down, got right back to work. Like I think he's ready. I think he's ready for that.
Penn State. That's the thing that I keep like.
Right.
He played at Penn State. He brought Temple out of the ashes to a bowl game. I think he won the American with them. Like,
I do remember having a Temple.
And then he just went and did the same thing with Baylor.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he stays at every team for like 3 years for some weird reason. But he has Nebraska at 5-1 right now. And is the question? It's the question. It all comes down to: does Matt Rule personally think Penn State is a better and bigger job for him than Nebraska?
Yeah, that's
because he can recruit. He can recruit the heck out of because there's so much talent in the PA, like the Keystone area.
Yeah,
that like he could just sit at home and just bring in kids from PA, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Virginia, Ohio, and just get them all just to kind of stay there and just build a mega monster thing.
No, absolutely. Oof, bro, that is.
It's gonna be one of the most exciting coaching carousel things we've had in a while.
I'm very excited. As we're wrapping up, before we get out of here, anything on Oregon Ducks? Are you nervous? You guys, you're confident they're just going to turn around, just a bump in the road. How you feeling?
I think it was a necessary loss to kind of weather the expectations.
I feel those. I do feel those exist.
Coming into the year, it was, young quarterback, young OC.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't the best O-line we've had. We have decent weapons, but your best weapon, Evan Stewart, got hurt the beginning of the year and wasn't going to play the whole season. So, like, you had question marks about the running back room. You've got probably the best tight end in the country since ever. He's so good. Defensively, you had questions in the secondary. So, like, I think the loss kind of tempers the expectations of this team from being we're one of the best in the country to we need to just compete, get in the playoff, and see what happens with this team. And I think that loss kind of just like levels the team out, being like, okay, like we're still good. Indiana is incredible. They are. That front seven is just monstrous. I know we talked about last time how Oregon had the weight advantage, but clearly weight means nothing when you're just the better football player because those guys are maulers on that defense. That defense is lethal. Like that's a national championship level defense. And if Fernando Mendoza can keep playing the way he is, that's a championship level offense. So contested losses at home. That's really the more like frustrating part is teams haven't won in Austin since like feels like 1975 or something. Not like that, not actually, but like that's been like our shield. Bounce back game against Rutgers. I'll be there. First ever Duck game.
Nice.
Get me excited.
Very cool, bro.
So then, yeah, I'm still high on the team. I still love Dante Moore. I do think his loss may cool down the NFL talk, and maybe he stays another year, which would be huge. Because then he stays another year, Corey Moore stays another year, De'Aaron Hill, Jordan Davison, and maybe you get some of these offensive linemen to take another year if they have it available. But yeah, Indiana came in with a purpose, got out coached. Dan Lanning got out coached. It happens. He's still a young coach. We have to remember that. He's a fiery guy. Still, nobody else I'd rather have. Can't recruit his nuts off. So, I'm so excited for the team. They're still a fun team. Dante needs to improve on certain things, but it's his first year starting. Not worried.
Absolutely no. Absolutely, completely agree with everything you said. I think that's a solid way to wrap it up. Ducks are down, but not out by any means.
No.
Penn State, I think our list goes Matt Rule, Signetti, but they gotta just call either of them until the line cuts off.
I think realistic option. I think is be Eli Drinkwitz. Is I think the guy that's going to end up getting the job from Missouri.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for that one. Until next time, everyone, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to the Ohio State 2026. Is it 2025 national champs? Here we are. Peace.